It's not when you're at the top. When you're at the top, you've got all the risk. I'm looking for people who have nothing to take the risk and make something of your life and do something. This is what the Underdog Society is all about.
You've just tuned in to the Underdog Society podcast, featuring Mr. Trever and Dee. Underdogs Unite.
Hey guys, welcome to the Underdog Society podcast. My name is Trever Varney.
And I am Next Dee. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, SoundCloud, and TreverVarney.com. Hey, Trevor, I got a question for you. Give these folks
we're starting off with the question already?
I'm coming out the gate with a question for you.
Hit me.
I know we're doing a show about follow-up, but I want to know, I think people just need to get to know who you are a little bit more. So give me one fun fact. If you could tell somebody one thing about you and somebody who knows nothing about you, what would that one thing be?
Oof. One thing that no one knows about me.
Could be no one knows anything that you want, that you would want the whole world to just know about Trever Varney.
All right, if I care too much, if it's a real issue.
That's legit.
Like, if you have a real problem, I won't sleep at night because it bothers me that I didn't help someone out.
Right.
Yet, if you're a hater,
Right.
like, I don't even know your fucking name.
You're sleeping very well at night.
Yeah, I'm either 0 or 100.
Right.
I have no in between. There's no like, you know what, I'm going to help this guy 60%. Like, if I'm not giving you 100% of my attention and help, you get 0.
Yeah.
So think about that if I'm not calling you back.
Legit. That is legit. Awesome. Gotta keep you on your toes, buddy. Gotta keep you on your toes.
No, I like it. I like it. It makes me learn a little bit about myself because I don't even think of myself like that. When I just started thinking, you know, I like to help people, and then I'm like, you know what, I also don't like helping people.
Yeah.
So,
You're just
and when I give someone 100%, man, I give it all.
You do. I can be a testament to that. You definitely have my back 100%.
Hey, there's great customer service. There's also great customers.
Oh my God.
So
I'm going to write that down as a quote.
That's
That's
the truth.
Quote.
Be a good customer. That means communicating with the person who's working with you. If you don't communicate as a customer, how am I supposed to help you?
Yeah.
If you have a problem in any business and management reaches out to you, talk to them, let them know the issue. Doesn't mean you're going to get something for free.
Right.
But if they try and resolve that issue, that's what customer service is.
Like, we know you're mad, but talk to people like you want to be spoken to.
Boom, there it is. If you're a bad customer, maybe you shouldn't be buying shit. All right, guys. Speaking of customer service, today we're going to be talking about follow-up.
All right.
Follow-up. This is something that in my current situation, in my life, I'm trained to do better. That's what this podcast is about. We don't just talk about things that were progressive. This is stuff that we're growing and learning that we're feeling is missing in the marketplace in all sales aspects.
It's not all puppies and rainbows. We don't always do everything the best, but we're striving to, and at least we're willing to talk about it.
Yeah, and part of this is because I buy so much stuff. And I find there's certain customers, or, you know, not customer, I guess I would be the customer. There's certain businesses that earn my repeat business, and there's certain ones that don't.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. There's a hotel in Safety Harbor called the Safety Harbor Spa.
Boy,
I had a bad experience.
I'm out swinging, buddy.
The last 2 weeks, every single Monday, I spend about $200 at a hotel on food and drinks and work. It's Florida. It's the summer. I'm off on Mondays, but I also work. So I decided every Monday I'm going to work from a hotel pool. And we got 100 of them. We live here in Clearwater Beach. So because of my bad experience at one, now I went to Shepherd's Beach Resort. They treated me so good. Like, I don't even want to try the other hotels.
Wow.
So they've earned my repeat business. They share my pictures on Instagram. They share my, you know, because it's a big spider web. And then I've had managers come up and thank me for coming there. And they make me feel good about spending my money there.
What are the top 2 things?
Imagine if they just even went further and they invited me there this Wednesday, Monday. Hey, Mr. Varney, I'd love to have you because I'm not planning on going this Monday.
Okay.
I got other plans.
What?
But what if I would be there.
Yeah. What are the top 2 things they can do to earn your business?
Know my name and invite me back.
That's legit. I mean, it's not
nothing that hard. I'm spending the money either way.
right.
But if I go there and like, Mr. Varney, it's good to see you again.
Right.
And I'm just guessing there's probably not a lot of guys pulling up in an orange Lambo every Monday.
Right.
So I'm not like, this is the part where I talk about you got to protect yourself in business and be a little selective. If you have the customer that you know is going to be a good customer, sometimes you're going to treat them better than the guy you don't know is going to be a good customer.
Right.
But you got to be really intelligent about this stuff. When I bought my car, the gentleman was telling me about a guy who owns 30 cars who came in like a dirty T-shirt, asked to test drive a Bentley, and he handed the keys and said, hey, just bring it back tomorrow. And he says that trust earned him that he's now sold him 30 cars.
Wow.
And he didn't look like a guy who could even
afford it.
Yeah. So you got to be selective on that, man. I'm not telling you to judge. Judging off actions, not off looks.
Right.
When someone treats you good, treat them good back. I treat people really good when I go there. I tip really good, and I like to spend money there. And I tip even better the more I spend. The more I spend, the more I tip. And they should see that, and then that's where the growth happens. That's when the manager comes by, they introduce yourself, and that's where you can get that repeat business.
Cool.
So it really is that simple. We started this conversation based on the phone didn't ring yesterday.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
It's not ringing. And we got a lot of people here. We got, 15 employees at the moment. And if the phone doesn't ring, people don't get paid. And I take that 100% personally responsible. So we start spending some money on advertising. And we're going after new customers. I start thinking to myself, we sold 6,000 motorcycles over the last, 8 years since we've been open. Why am I not talking to those customers?
Right. It's important.
I mean, that's real.
Yeah, it really is.
These people live in the community. They ride. And I want to help them.
Yeah.
But I'm out here reaching out to new customers. Because that's always been our, we're so young. And you only think about today. And you only think about making that sell. And that's where I got to be the responsible one. Because I'm now older. I'm now wiser. I'm now growing. I got to pass this knowledge along to the people who haven't quite figured that out yet.
Right.
Because that was me. I mean, as soon as I sold, I remember selling cars. This wasn't even my business. And as soon as I shook their hand, they signed the paperwork, and I got my commission, my 15%. I'm like, fuck you, next. I'm done.
Right.
Like, who are you?
What was your name?
You bought a new car last week? Yeah, call me in 3 years. I won't be here.
Right.
Like, that was my attitude, and that sucks.
But that's true, man. It's
good.
good.
And even if you're not saying that, you're doing those actions.
Yeah. It's the truth. It's true.
So, focus on the customers we have.
Right.
Call them. Text message them.
Yes.
Know them by name.
Text, email, call.
I know customers from 7 years ago because I personally, when I sell a specific vehicle to a customer, I remember their name. I remember the bike they sold or they bought. Mm-hmm. And I just do that because I care. So it was kind of an accident.
Right.
But maybe you should care more and you'd remember. If you're not remembering, you're not caring.
Right.
I promise you, if you're single and you go to a bar and you meet someone who's really pretty, you're going to remember her name, aren't you? Or his name.
Yeah. It's true.
That's because you care.
Right.
So figure out how to care about your customers.
I do have a question for you here.
Yeah.
So if, knowing what you do now, the Trever who was like, fuck you to the next customer, if somebody had told you, all right, you have the opportunity to grow, you're not just selling to them this one time, you can sell to their kids and their friends, would you have taken that advice at the time, or were you still just on the hunt for the next sale?
No, because I don't think, the biggest thing that I can drill into young people's heads today is that life is short and life is long.
Right.
And you have to know which of each to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Life is long, meaning you got to plan for your future. And you got to think ahead.
Yeah.
And you got to make good decisions. Life is short. Enjoy it. Make the most of it. And make good decisions. So, yeah, I would like to think that I would listen. But at the time, all I thought of was the next day.
Right.
Like, I wasn't thinking anything past that.
Right.
But I also, when I say that, I probably might not have listened to you, I also had no one helping me. You know what the best... So when I worked at Mercedes, the GM there would get on to me about how I dressed. Because I dressed, I don't know, imagine like Justin Timberlake circa like 2008. Like skinny tie, like almost too nice for a car dealership.
Was it hipster or not hipster?
No. I wore a suit, but like I'm talking the skinny tie, like just too progressive. These car salesmen were 60. They got their big old fat bow tie, their big old fat ties. And, I looked like a Banana Republic model, and they looked like they worked at Men's Warehouse.
Right.
And, I guess that in his mind, like, nobody cares. I dress nicer than him.
Yeah.
Like, he's the one out of style.
Right.
Yet, he put it, but that was his, like, advice. Like, that was a concern. Like, you're dressed too, like, I don't know.
It was a bad taste.
Not once was he giving me advice about how to, like,
actually sell them.
sell a car or build my career.
Right. Yeah.
He no longer works there.
Oh. All right. So where are we at now?
So people just don't quit buying stuff. So now we've made it clear follow-up is everything. And going off your current customer basis. And obviously we have a huge one here. So now it's, what are we selling to them? And the way the internet works, we'll just use our numbers, for example. So we got 6,000 customers and a database.
Right.
Well, how many friends do you think those 6,000 people have?
That is endless.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking, 6,000 leads is really 1 million.
Right. I mean, we had one guy who bought a bike from you last week, and he had like 6,000 followers alone. That's just one person.
Yeah. Crazy, right? Like, so you're talking 6,000 leads is 1 million people.
Easy.
So how do I get these 6,000 customers to, one, buy any product? And step one, brand yourself on social media so they know what you sell.
Right. What you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I do it well enough. Like when someone buys a car, like I don't sell cars, but my passion is cars.
Right.
I could buy cars better than anyone you know. If you see my car collections, you know. This is what I do. This is what I enjoy. So when I see a family member or someone that I know that buys a car from someone else, it bothers me. But it's my own fault because I don't advertise, hey, if you want a car, call me.
Right.
I don't got them sitting on here on the floor. Let's say you want a brand new car. I know the managers at every dealership in town, at least one of every brand. Nissan, Toyota, Chevrolet, Ford. I know Honda. I know a manager at each dealership. Mm-hmm. And Dimmitt. I mean, all of them. I buy cars from there. I know the people. Mm-hmm. So if anything, maybe you won't get a better price because, it's not always about price, but I guarantee you if you go through me, I'm buying a brand new car, you get better service. Mm-hmm. If you want, because you're going to get expedited to the front of the line. Right. You want to walk into a dealership, walk right into the manager's office, shake his hands and buy a car? Or you want to sit there for 5 hours, but you got to deal with the salesman, test drives, all that stuff.
Right.
So I got to advertise that. So advertising what you do is the most important. I get frustrated, but it's my own fault for not self-branding. Right. You guys got to self-brand. Let people know what you're selling. Let people know how you make money. If doesn't matter what it is. If you're a plumber, let people know.
Best plumber in town.
Because I need a plumber. Or no, I need an AC repair guy.
Right.
Who of my friends on Facebook's an AC repair guy? This is how I communicate nowadays. I didn't want to go to Google anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I needed some tile work done. My friend Chris, I follow him on Facebook. I didn't even know what he does, but he advertises every day what he does with his business. Mm-hmm. And I just texted him yesterday, hey, I need some tiles redone outside. He's like, cool, I'll be over. That's how I do business now because it's real.
Yeah.
He posts real pictures of what he does. That's all I need.
Right.
I don't care about arbitrary reviews from other people that I don't know.
Right.
I'm talking, I want firsthand experiences. Mm-hmm. Because it used to be the review process was more credible. Like, oh, good, this company or product has reviews. Mm-hmm. But now, like, people are such they're terrible people. And it's hard to take, you got to take reviews with a grain of salt.
Right. You're
going to see a review, I'll get on a restaurant, they're the easiest ones to pick on.
Yeah.
And you see a great review for something, and you'll also see a bad review for someone for the same product. Like, it's food. People have different tastes.
Right.
So, like, I know that I go out to dinner with you, and I know you like hot wings. I like hot wings. So when you tell me Hooters has good wings, I'm going to believe you.
Right.
Or if I went to a place at International Mall, great wings. I can't remember. I'll remember the name and give them the plug next week.
Okay.
But that's a credible resource. And that's where we're getting to because there's so much content online that you're going to be able to find good resources. It's getting back to where I'm talking about. This is why you have to explain to people what you sell, what you do, and you want to see and buy reviews from people that you know about. Which is why if you sell a bike to a customer or a car to a customer or tile to a customer or hot wings to a customer, and you take that picture with them eating that hot wing and tell them to share it to their friends and you telling your friends that it's good food, that's such a better form of advertising than putting a big poster up on the side of the road that says we have great wings.
Right.
Because that's coming from a credible source of people that you know.
Someone in your network, for sure.
Yeah, yep. That's a good word. Keeping it in your network. So we have this huge network that's 100,000 times bigger than we even think it is that we have to tap into. And then we got to use these, the 6,000 customers we have, 5,500 of them love us.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
so we got to get these 5,500, forget the 500 that either moved out of town or maybe they didn't have a good experience. It's not my job to make sure that they enjoy their life and that they're great. They have a great life. My job is to sell them a motorcycle that runs. If it doesn't run, it has a warranty. We fix it, we tow it, we do the whole thing for them. If they're not happy with a product that they bought and they've called management and they're just miserable people, I can't control that. But the 5,500 that love us, it's probably way higher, 5,900. They like us. We got to get them to refer us because those are real referrals. That 5,900 turns into 1 million good leads.
But remember, the squeaky wheel is going to get the oil. So the person who's online complaining the loudest and they're wrong about their complaint, yeah, we're going to see it and we're going to try to address it. But if you get abusive or you're to a certain point, there's nothing we can do to help you. We want to be able to communicate with you and help you, but we're not going to let you abuse us to get there.
Yeah, and if you leave a review that's uncredible, it's typically obvious.
Right.
Cussing when you leave a bad review, you loses credibility.
Right.
So,
saying things that are just obviously blatantly not true. Like, why would you purchase a motorcycle, put a picture of it as your cover photo on Facebook if you hate the bike so much?
Yeah, we got a whole episode on reviews and how to handle reviews, what the best process is to handle reviews. I've been doing it for 8 years, and I've done. The reason I'm credible about this stuff is because I've yelled at the customer that left a bad review.
Yeah.
I've ignored the customer.
Yeah.
I've called the customer and try and fix it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done every step, so I kind of have it narrowed down to like what works best is an overall blanket. So we'll get to that. But when you're doing your follow-up, so you've got your 6,000 people, which really is 1 million. Message them, and you don't always have to go for the sale. Hey, Mr. Smith, how's
happy anniversary? Facebook tells you so much.
You should follow. Like if I went back, every car that I sold, I would follow that customer on Facebook. And then I would share. They might not want to accept you because they're like, who's this guy? Just the guy with so many cars. Take a picture of you two together, build quality rapport with them, share that picture, tag them on it, and they accept you. Now you're friends. Now you can see when maybe they Instagram live or put up something on their story. They're with their friend at the Chevy dealership. Be like, oh, fuck that. Send them a message. Hey, we got better deals over here. Just at Ford. Give me a call. I'll help your friend out. This is just the networking communications that you have to have. It starts with follow-up. Brand yourself with what you sell. Keep in touch with the customers that you sell to. Right? Because your biggest objective is keeping those customers, not always just finding new ones. Right. And using the customers you have that have a good experience to then explore and tell other people about your great experience. And then that network just continues to grow and build. And then when you stay in a job long enough, then you start making real money.
That's true.
I get a lot of people been here 3 months and they're upset because they're not hitting their goal. Like, put some years in. We're at 8 years now. I get a lot of repeat business from people from 5 years ago. Hey, I bought my last bike from you. Yep. That was accidental. Imagine if I was trying. Right. Imagine if I was putting in the effort of every 6 months. And it's not your jobs. If you leave it up to your job to do all this for you, it ain't going nowhere. I get a lot of people who call and try and sell us email marketing. It's generic. You know how many generic emails I get? I don't respond to those. But if I respond to? The actual salesman who sold it to me, who sends me a personal text message. That I respond to. Right. So it's your responsibility to keep track of your customers, email them, keep up with their lives, follow up yourself, and grow that network yourself.
We had a marketing team here who about 6 months ago went back through all your leads, all your email leads when we had the marketing team, and sent an email as if they were Kirk or Chris at the time. They sent it from them. It was personal. It made people. So, and then at that point, once you've done that, it's up to you to keep the follow through going. It's not up to the customer. It's up to you to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until they tell you to fuck off or they buy something else.
Email marketing is dead. It's like you still have to do it.
You do.
So you're not an asshole.
To gather information. To me, it's for gathering information. So I got your email address. I got all your information now. And Google will give me just as much information, or a little bit less, but as much information as Facebook. So, that's it.
Yeah. So this is the basic guidelines of why you should follow up. Send out text messages. Keep track of your customers. And that's one thing. Like, you don't have to own the business. Like, if I sold 100 bikes in the last 3 months, those are my customers. If I go work somewhere else, I'm going to take those customers with me.
Yeah.
I'm a business owner. I don't like hearing that, but that's the truth. You should have good enough rapport that every one of your customers is in a cell phone that you can text message, that you can communicate with, that you continue to sell more products to, and then make friends with them. Why wouldn't you?
My barber's moved barbershops 3 times in the last 6 years, and I follow him everywhere he goes. But I see him on Facebook. I see him on Instagram. I like what he does. I've never broken out from him cutting my hair,
Did he earn that from you by doing a good job or by following up with you?
Both.
Okay. Because sometimes it's by accident. Like, if you just like someone's service, you're going to follow them. But imagine if you followed up too.
Yeah. No. And his name is Joseph Fernandez, by the way, here in Tampa. If anybody wants to, I'm going to plug him. I'm shameless with that stuff.
No, that's awesome. He deserves it. That's what good business gets you.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for something. If you have a good product and good service, it's free. And that's really the whole point of being an underdog and listening to this podcast that the stuff that we're teaching you is free. So if you're not taking advantage of it, don't sit down and complain. Don't worry about what other people got if you ain't putting in the effort.
That's a
If
whole
you're not
episode.
putting in the work.
That's a whole episode, dude.
Stop looking left, stop looking right, look straight ahead. Take what you have for free. I pay to help businesses. Businesses pay me to help them.
Yeah.
And I pay other people to come help my business. That's how this works.
True.
But this is free. This podcast is free. I'm giving you free information. And you can get that from anywhere. You can pay $5,000 to go see Tony Robbins, or you can listen to him on a video for free.
Right? YouTube is full of information for free.
Yeah, so go find that stuff. Watch it. Learn. Grow. I didn't have that growing up. The only thing we used YouTube for is to watch crazy cat videos.
It's the truth. It's so true. It's
I mean,
so
now
true.
music videos, like people, I had someone ask me the other day, like, oh, they still make music videos? Like, check out YouTube. 8 million views on the weekend's last. Some people are watching.
Yes.
There's every hit song has a music video.
30 million views.
I would say they're bigger than ever.
Yes.
You know how many people watch TRL on a Wednesday afternoon? Like a million?
Yeah.
1.5? On maybe the rerun got another million?
Yeah.
They got 8 million on one video.
And those are teeny boppers who don't have the pockets to open up. But with YouTube, there's little ads that flash in your face and you don't even know. And all of a sudden, these people are making some real money. Are you ready for your Q&A?
Get with the program, people. You got a question for
I
me?
got one question.
Okay.
For you. All right. So this question came in from Anna, and she wants to know what your opinion is on this. Is it better to be rich or powerful?
Both.
Answer. Boom.
Both. Money can't buy you power. So if I had to pick one, power. Like you can be a broke celebrity and get treated great. You can be a rich guy and get treated like an asshole.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
And money's not real.
Yeah.
When you figure that out, you start making more. All right. I think we're wrapping. Thanks, guys.
Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, SoundCloud, and TreverVarney.com.